Bienvenido?
Bem-vindo. Bem-vindo
Bem-vindo
is in
is
Spanish.
Spanish.
Bem-vindo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The trouble
yeah.
for me with Portuguese, honestly, truly, was more than anything that it was close to Spanish, but not. And I knew some Spanish, and I learned a little Portuguese um, through capoeira, but very little.
Oh,
And the
cool.
little I did learn, I always defaulted to Spanish pronunciation. So, you know.
Yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
Well, welcome everybody to Inside the Founders Forge. My name is Evan. I'm here with my friend Kaio. If you're watching on TikTok, you're catching his drawing screen. There's his hand. And if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, if you're on TikTok, wherever you're joining now or in the future, we're so glad that you're here with us. This is a family friendly, kid friendly live where we are going to do what we do best inside the Founders Forge. We are going to create new things together. And tonight, we are continuing with a drawing we started last week. And we are also, as we draw this, going to talk a little more about the process. We're going to talk about our first NFT collection, Forgers, coming soon. We're going to talk about Founders Forge, what it is, how you can get involved. And then tonight, I am so excited, is the very first public reading of a story that we wrote to inspire others to join the movement that we are building. It's called Rise Up. It's a story about the hero inside each of us. And I'm so excited to share that with you. So if you're just joining us, welcome. We've got a lot of fun tonight. You can ask your questions, you can leave your comments, and we will be glad to have you. Let me know if you're watching, if you're a young person who is an artist or a creator, if you are a technical person, if you are a business person, if you've got a great idea that you want to share with the world. That's exactly what Founders Forge is all about. We're empowering young people, and it's something you're going to hear us talk a lot more about in the weeks ahead. One thing I do want to highlight before we get into this is that we are speaking about the Founders Fund. This is a big part of our project. We really want to give a platform to young people and the adults who champion them, as well as funding, resources beyond knowledge. We're going to teach people, we're going to make learning about future technology inspiring and fun. But we also want to, with the help of our community, give out a series of grants to creators building the future. So if you are a young person, or you know a young person, or you're supporting a young person with the work that you do, please get in touch with us. You can find us at Founders Forge IO on Twitter, or at our new website, www.foundersforge.io. And of course, if you're joining TikTok from my side and you're not following Boothings NFT or at Kaio Madao, please be sure to follow my friend Kaio. He's a fantastic artist who's very diverse in his skills and has worked really hard on this collection. So please let us know who you are. Let us know how you're watching. And again, thanks so much for being here. Kaio, my friend, how are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks for having me once again. Uh, and yeah, yeah, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Happy to be
Good.
here once
I'm
again.
I'm happy you're here too. I had a lot of fun last time. I think it was really fun getting to draw with you.
Yeah, man. Me too. Me as well. It suddenly ended. It was like, oh, let's just start. Oh, it's already ending. So
It is
yeah, I
already
had
in.
a lot of fun as well. Yeah, it was
um,
already over.
I see you've got a drawing up there. Did you have something that you wanted to walk people through as we were getting started? I was thinking maybe it might be nice to show them the time lapse video. I have it pulled up
Mm-hmm.
here that I can share our friends on YouTube and Twitter. But just for anybody who's watching on TikTok, maybe they can see the work that we have done through today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Sure.
that can be kind of a good way to get them situated. So if you missed us last
Cool.
time, we started creating a new outfit for our Forgers collection with input from the audience. It was a lot of fun. Kyle took suggestions for colors. And as you're watching on the TikTok stream, this is the time lapse of what it looked like. I've got it up here on YouTube too and Twitter so that you can see right here what we did last time. It was pretty amazing. We spent about an hour and we made, I thought, a lot of progress. So very cool work. We're going to keep it going tonight. Kaio, do you want to give a brief introduction to your work or to this outfit that we're doing, or speak about the Forgers collection, the artwork process at all?
Yeah, man. We are doing the last outfit from for the collection now, and this outfit is one that people chose, you guys have chosen through Twitter uh, quiz, not a quiz, a poll, a
Oh,
Twitter
yeah.
poll that, yeah, that we did. So we are doing that, and we took colors, and we are taking more uh, feedback along the way to make these outfits special, and yeah, to bring you guys along with the journey of building this collection. And for the entire Founders Forge process, I'm doing like a new style for me. So I'm developing my style. So this one, it was a Alex. He's one of the founders. He like brought me this image, and oh, it would be cool to be something like this, and it was
Mm-hmm.
totally new to me. And that's the style that we got to. It's just painting with lights and shadows, and we do not have any strokes, any type of line art with it. So yeah, yeah, that's it, I think.
Now your
If
camera
you
on
have,
TikTok, oh, it just switched. It's just a little out of focus. It's not maybe out of focus, but it's the brightness is off. I don't know if you can touch it there, but people aren't seeing the contrast quite. Homer says it's a perfect time to stop scrolling and draw. And Lisa, Lisa over on YouTube says, "Wow, you're on time. I know. Can you believe it? Sorry, you don't get a square on your bingo card this time." We're so glad you're with us, Lisa. Glad you're here, Homer. Everybody else, I see my friend Millie is here. Oh, that looks much better, Kaio.
oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, while
Thanks.
Kaio's adjusting that, before we get into it, I do want to tell you one more thing that we have prepared for you, which is since this is the first public reading of Rise Up, I wanted to give everyone a piece of this story. So we've created a POAP, which, if you're not familiar with POAPs, this is an awesome way to start collecting digital assets that are provably unique. They all feature this incredible concept artwork from Kaio. This is not necessarily the art that's going in the book, but this is some of the drawings that Kaio has rendered to start bringing this story to life. It's probably not going to be released anywhere, but you can collect it in the form of a POAP, and everyone has a unique number, a unique record on the blockchain. So even though they all look alike, I can prove that yours is different from mine, and you can prove that you were here for this moment tonight. The way that you claim your POAP is by going to the Faceless Many Discord server. There's a link in my bio if you're on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, we've got all the links in our bio. If you're on Twitter, we've got the links in our bio. And if you're confused about it, you can drop a comment. It should be in the YouTube description. It should be on our Twitter page, on the TikTok profile. All you do is you go to our Discord server. There's a channel called the Bot Hub. If you're new to Discord, it's like a little table of contents for a messenger chat. You go to the Bot Hub, you click the button that says POAP, and you type in the secret word that I'm about to give you. You'll get a link, you click the link, and if you don't have a POAP wallet, you can set it up. It's very easy. All you need is an email address. It's totally free, which for my friends in the world of NFTs and digital collectibles is a pretty cool thing. And it's yours forever to do what you want with. And this one has a little message that just thanks everybody for attending. And of course, it's got that great, beautiful illustration by Kaio. That's part of the creation process of this story. So if you have questions about that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you right now. The secret word tonight is all lowercase, all one word, no spaces, rise up, first read. Rise up, first read. And I'll give you that secret word again at the end of the show. If you miss it, feel free to send me a message. We'll do POAPs at the end too. But that, my friends, that's all I got to tell you for now. I think we should get into some drawing, and I would love to read this story for you. What do you think, Kyle?
Yeah, that sounds great. And man,
Okay.
just one note. Last time I was sure that you were seeing my face throughout the entire live show. So if I point to something and say to you again, like, "Oh, it looks like this," like tell me, oh man, I'm not seeing you,
I'll let
just
you
as a
know.
reminder,
No
because
problem.
I
No
noticed
problem.
that at the end of, oh, I was pointing to that thing and he wasn't seeing it. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool.
Well,
So
I'll let you know, I promise.
yeah, cool. So just a reminder. So what we did last time, we got our draft. So yeah, we got our draft, and then we traced our base colors. So yeah, the blue color for the the out of the jacket, the t-shirt, and then the pocket and the thing that it's near to our chin. I cannot
The
remember
collar,
this.
yeah.
The color again.
Which is
Thanks.
tough because it sounds so much like color.
Yeah.
I
So
realized that last time. I thought, oh no.
yeah, so after that I started with three layers for the jacket, for the outside jacket. So the first layer is a multiply layer just to add some volume, then some linear add layer
Mm,
that combines the color to more to the bright side, so just
yeah,
to bring more the highlights. And now I'm working with another multiply layer with a darker blue, just to now start doing the shading and the color and the contour lights, shadows and everything. And now we will start to see the shapes of everything building up. So yeah,
very cool.
that's it.
Very cool.
So
Very cool. And again, I'll remind you, if you want to see more of Kaio's art, make sure to follow him at Kaio Medau, KAIO MEDAU on all platforms, on Twitter, here on TikTok if you're joining us there. And we'll be sure to bring you more of his art through Founders Forge at Founders Forge IO. So thanks for the overview, brother. I'll go ahead. I'll get right into it. If you start drawing, I will share this story. Everybody,
cool, go ahead.
thank you for being here again. If you have questions, leave them in the chat. Otherwise, grab a comfy seat. If it's bedtime, you joined us just in time because this is a bedtime story for all ages. It is called Rise Up. If you walk to the edge of the end of the day, it's quite a long distance and far, far away. You'll come to a place where the whole earth is still and you can see everything up on a hill. Then suddenly winds will blow strong from all sides with thunder and rain, and there's no place to hide. The lightning will crash and you'll shiver with cold. But if you are brave, a great thing will unfold. The storm will grow quiet. The rainfall will stop. And just when you think you're alone at the top, a voice on the wind will say, listen and hear the story of all that your young heart holds dear. The tale of a hero misunderstood and the world that she knew before it was good. The hero was young, full of hope and of life, and the world all around her of trouble and strife. She saw the great damage that people had done, and she knew she had to rise up. So she stood and spoke out with a voice loud and clear. She called for a change, and the people did hear. They listened and saw her and watched her brave deeds. They learned to rise up and to follow her lead. The hero walked strong with her heart on her sleeve. She showed the whole world what it meant to believe, to imagine a future where earth was restored and the people were happy. They put down their swords. Those folks, they taught others to rise up, and then they made a real difference. And that is the end. And now, says the wind, I have come with great haste to this spot where I'm whispering next to your face to tell you this story has yet to take place. You are the hero whose heart's full of gold. We're all waiting to watch your great story unfold. There's a hero inside you that cannot be beat, who never gives up, never falls in defeat. Your hero is friendly, is strong and not weak, and they're calling for you to rise up. It takes just one person to do what is right. It's not about fighting, but shining your light. You have the power. Rise up, make a change. Just think of the goodness that you will arrange. For the sea and the people, the animals too, trees, plants, and bugs are all counting on you to do what is right, to stop what is wrong. It sure won't be easy, but you will be strong. You're the best one to do it. You're up to the task. And if you need help, the wind whispers. Just ask. We're trusting you. Guide us to brighter tomorrows and teach us the courage to rise up and follow. This is the part where your story begins. You are the one who decides how it ends. I believe in you. Rise up. The end.
Goosebumps.
Hey, man. Me too. I get so charged up reading that story and thinking about the hope I have for that message. For anybody who's watching, who's part of the Faceless Many, it is our mission, to lead the financial revolution, to empower the Faceless Many, to write a better future. And we always say to rise up. And that's what it means to rise up. It's about shining a light from inside you that will light the world and lead others to see the hero inside them. And as we were talking about the art for this book, and we can get into some of the concept and what it might look like in a minute, the goal is always that we start a light, that others will catch the light, and then soon it just spreads to the whole wide world. We say it's the financial revolution, but really it's just the revolution. And so I'm so excited. I would love to hear what you think. If you think it was good, if you think it was crap, if you think it needs changes, we're here for all of it. We're here for all of it. But my hope is that it inspires the children who hear it and the children that we once were when we read it as adults. So I'll probably read it one more time at the end of the live because it's a short book. But please let me know what you think. I would be glad to hear about it. Would you, is it too revolutionary? Is it too tame? Do you hate it without pictures? Can you imagine what Kaio's work is going to look like when we're illustrating this beautiful thing together? I just can't wait. Lisa, I see what you say there. You say, I can't tell if you say, you can't say anything. You're not saying anything. You're speechless. Tristan, thank you for the kind words. Tristan says, that's awesome. Thank you, Tristan. Millie, thank you for the flowers. Everybody on TikTok, welcome. If you're just joining us, we're drawing with our friend, my colleague, Mr. Kaio Madao. We're here on behalf of Founders Forge, an initiative to make education around future technology inspiring and fun for the next generation. We're creating a collection called The Forgers, a series of characters who represent the diversity of the world, our many interests. We are launching a founders fund to give the young people in our lives the resources they need to build the things that matter to them. And we're working to build content like the story that you just heard that will do the inspire part, as well as content that makes the education fun. We're talking about AI. We're talking about blockchain, robotics, any kind of future technology that you're interested in that maybe you're not going to learn about in school because, let's face it, schools have a tough job. Their resources can be tight, and there's a lot of red tape. You got to go through a lot of hoops before you get curriculum approved. And then once you do, you got to find someone who can teach it. So we really want to stand in the gap with schools, with parents, with kids everywhere, so that they have a chance to rise up too. We really believe that kids are the future, that young leadership is leadership. And speaking for myself, I remember a time when I had all these ideas and all this passion, and the adults around me didn't always take me seriously. So if you're inside the Founders Forge with us, we're so glad you're here if you're a young person, because this is a place that's all about you. I know we're a couple of adults talking, but we're going to do our part to spread the word, highlight some kids, and make this a place where if you're a young person, you don't have to do a darn thing to earn an adult's attention, because we believe in you. And we believe that you will rise up and we can follow your lead. So, my friends, again, if you have questions for me, for Kaio, if you are curious, if you're just joining the live, we're glad that you're here. And we want you to feel involved with us. And we want you to feel part of the community. Check it out, Kaio. I just love watching you do the detail work, man.
Cool. Man, I was thinking about the t-shirt now.
Okay.
Should we do the entire thing? Because the main thing here is the jacket, because we have t-shirts ready already. Should we use them or do another t-shirt, or should we decide that on the next live maybe?
If you're watching in the audience and you have thoughts on it, let us know. Leave a comment. You can leave a mark on this collection. You can shape what these characters look like. I kind of think it would be cool to have the Forge logo, that big golden circle of light, because I think it would kind of mix some of the other stuff. Lisa says the t-shirt should be the one that you did the other day for Alex. Which one is that, Lisa? Can you bump me a link in the Discord and maybe I can share it with everybody so they can see it? Kyle might have it right here ready.
This is the one that we have.
Ooh, oh, I don't even think I saw that one yet. Whoa, that's so great. Wow, look at that beautiful Founders Forge. Ooh. For everybody who's joining us who's not familiar with Founders Forge, that big glowing O, that's our icon logo. That's the symbol of the Forge. It represents the flame in the Forge. Ooh, I love that. Is that a layer you can just pop on this guy right now?
Yeah, actually, the t-shirt can be a layer here. We can just add, like, instead of this white blob, we can grab that t-shirt and just add it in here.
Well, don't get distracted. Maybe we can draw something new, but I wouldn't mind seeing it at the end just because I think it would look pretty sick with that jacket.
Cool. Awesome. Let's do it in the end then.
Okay, let's do it in the end. And if you're watching this and you're just tuning in, I see we have some people in and out on TikTok. This is all about trying to help you get up to speed with what we're doing in Founders Forge. But we also realize that, we might be a few steps ahead of you in artistry, and you might want to know how we do the stuff that we do. Kaio shared with us last week a little about his process. He is using an iPad, and he is using, Kaio, remind me which program it is?
Procreate.
Yeah. He's using an iPad and he's using Procreate. And this is a tool that you yourself can start using right away if you are somebody who wants to draw. And it's never been easier. You can trace pictures, you can practice shapes, you can work in layers. There are many things that you can do, and so many good resources. But if that's something you'd like to hear us talk about more, then please come back to the Founders Forge or ask your questions now. We're here to serve you, and we would love to make your process for this a little easier.
Yeah, one thing that is cool to point out is that Procreate is a paid app, but you have like tons of other options that are free. Adobe Fresco is one of them, so it's from Adobe, so it's pretty well made as well, and it is free, so money is not an issue if you are just starting.
Always good to know. Homer is joining us from TikTok. I don't know if you know Homer. He's on Twitter. He's one of the Faceless Many and a great artist in his own right, and an educator too. Says, I am on Procreate as you speak and draw. I love it. So he's drawing right along with you. And Tristan had an idea for the shirt. Tristan said, if you're looking for additional t-shirt ideas, what if you have a rise up partially visible on it? And he suggests a black, bold font. I don't think that would probably be too hard to do. We could probably throw some text on there pretty easy.
Yeah, we can try it.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Rise Up, as you can probably tell. In the business, we would say that I'm a Rise Up maxi, meaning a maximalist, someone who loves it to no end. Yeah, I think a Rise Up shirt would be really cool. And if you are here tonight listening to this story with us for the first time, if you're drawing with us, don't forget that we have POAPs available for you to claim. A POAP is a free digital collectible. It points to a great piece of art by Kaio. And in this case, tonight's case, it is a piece of conceptual art that Kaio returned to me after we were talking about, I think the book should look like this. And it's an awesome picture of this young hero walking to the edge of the end of the day. You can claim yours by either, if you're on YouTube, following the instructions in the description, or if you're on Twitter, or if you're on TikTok, heading to the Discord at the link in our bio. It's the Faceless Many Discord. We've got a channel right there. If you've never been in Discord, it's very easy. It can be intimidating because it's a new app. There's a lot to it, but it's like a table of contents on the left. If you're a young watcher, have your parents help you. You can go right to our Discord. You can click the channel called Bot Hub, like Robot Hub. Tap the POAP button and then put in the secret word I'm about to give you. It's as simple as that. You get a link that will allow you, yes, you, to claim your very own digital collectible that proves you were here tonight. The secret word is Rise Up First Read. If you've claimed the POAP already, let me know. Let me know how it went. I always like to make sure I claimed one myself and I didn't have any problems, but I also did the creation of it. So sometimes that can go a little wonky. I would love to talk to you a little more about the things that we've talked about around this book, and to tell you one more time about future founders. I keep calling it Future Founders because that's what our team used to call it before we found out the name was taken. So I will tell you about Founders Forge, an initiative for founders of the future. Lisa's verified. You can claim the POAP, no problem. Thank you, Lisa. Founders Forge is a project, it's an initiative by Faceless Labs, whose mission is to lead the financial revolution and empower the faceless many. And that looks like many things. But in this case, it looks like inspiring the many who've yet to join us. Maybe they don't know about NFTs, which is where we got our start. Maybe they don't know about blockchain or cryptocurrency, or they're curious or concerned about it. We wanted to create some things that would appeal to those people, things that wouldn't require them to have any specialized knowledge. And everything, we believe, starts with the story. So we wanted to start with a book for the young and for the young at heart, which you just heard, Rise Up. We believe that that story can be the spark that will lead a lot of people to our community, where they will find the other resources that we build. And then hopefully they will help us to shape what that light looks like and carry it out as embers of a fire to other people who will benefit and help us grow it. And this story specifically, I will tell you, we were talking about what should it be? What should it be? In our community, my nickname is the Scrivener because I love to create and write things, and am a communicator and an artist in the medium of language. And I have always loved young people. I have always wanted to write a children's book, and I have started a couple, but I have never finished one. And so we were talking about it, and I said we all were kind of taking a swing at it. There are a few books about future technology for young people. There are a few about cryptocurrency and NFTs, which is what we do. And the ones that we know about are very literal, like Good Night Bitcoin or the little Bitcoin that could. And we just thought, oh, that's very, well, who's going to read that? And we were thinking about it and talking about it and going back and forth. And I remember very distinctly, I was sitting at my desk and thinking about the Lorax. I take a lot of inspiration from Dr. Seuss. You can tell that the book, it's written in an anapestic tetrameter, which is the name for the poetic rhythm that goes da 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 da, which is a rhythm that Dr. Seuss uses a lot. And I was thinking about books like the Lorax that tell you about the world that you live in and the world that could be, and thinking about other books that really put young people or the reader, whatever their age, at the center of the change that can happen, of the better future. And the idea just sort of came. That was the very first line. If you walk to the edge of the end of the day, and it just kind of came out. I wrote the first draft in about 20 minutes. And then I tweaked some things for about 3 more hours. And tweaked a couple things after and a couple things after and read it for a few people and got some feedback. But I don't know if we have any creators in the audience. I'd really like your perspective on this. I have created a lot of different stuff in my life, music. I've written some plays. I've written some poetry, written some prose, fiction. And I find that the ideas that I like the best, or the work that I feel the best about sharing with others, the work that people respond the best to, often comes out of me just spontaneously. I can be working and working and working and try to produce something, and 6 months later, I'm still working at it. But sometimes when an idea just comes out of you all the way, I find that those ideas, however they look when I refine them, are the ones that end up the best. And so I'm hoping that this is one of those ideas. I hope it touches people, and I hope it can be something that everyone sees themselves in. Kaio and I were going back and forth looking at different art styles, talking about what kind of visual story we wanted to present. And what we've talked about and what I imagine the book might look like is a book that shows the world of the hero, where the hero is very small and the world is very big and the world is very dark and perhaps very hopeless. And as the wind tells this story of the world that could be, the world of the hero, we see these colors. We see a hero full of light, spreading light to other people until the whole world is richly colored. And then when we go back to the hero on the mountaintop in the dark world, when the wind says, you are the hero, there is a hero inside you, that those black and white pages will change, starting with a light that glows in that young hero, and that they will go back into the dark world to start the work of heroism, but that they will be changed. And we will know that there is a light inside us, that though the world seems dark, we can go out and change it. That's kind of the visual story we want to tell. And we were just talking as a team today. Well, we were talking yesterday, but one of the things I was saying is I think it might be really cool. I think I would like the text of this book to be in the Creative Commons, which means anybody anywhere can reproduce it, can create a derivative of it, can make their own artwork for the book and publish it if they want to. I think a story like this should not be owned by any one person. Of course, we'll create books and we'll create artwork for it that will be, somewhat official, that people can buy and easily share with others. But I would love if a young person or a person who loves someone young was inspired by this story to create their own audiobook or their own visual representation of it, a video game or a movie. I think that would be just the most wonderful thing. And I hate that somebody might be discouraged from doing that because they were worried it was a copyrighted work. I'm going off track now. But I just wanted to bring you into the world of that story in case that's something you're interested in, whether you're watching now or in the future. That is a way that you can release your ideas to the world so that people will be encouraged to share them. I don't know if that's what we'll do or not, but I think that's what I'm going to angle for and ask everyone for. But you can get yourself a copy of this book soon. If you're interested in it, you're interested in learning more, staying up to date with all the updates, you can head to www.foundersforge.io. You can sign up there for a little email list, or just follow us on Twitter, follow us on socials here on YouTube, on TikTok, and we will keep you up to date. We'll let you know when this book is available so that you can get it for a hero in your life, or put a copy on your bookshelf. I know I'm really excited about it. And then, of course, we'll keep you updated when the Forgers are ready to collect. Kaio, I know you're almost done. This is like pretty much the last asset for the collection is this outfit. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We are almost there. I was drawing the last characters because we have some special characters inside the collection as well that will come with the founders, with the forgers. So I was holding up a little bit because, man, it was hard. It took me like almost 8 hours to finish it up. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost there. This is the last one. Now what I'm doing is I'm handling and testing out the environment, because I don't
I
want
see.
this collection to be another PFP just because, just a drawing that is, I don't know, in front of a yellow background. I want it to be a piece of cool art work, So the environment will have lights, will have everything there, just so you can use as I'm doing like a background for your iPhone or your iPad.
Very
So
cool.
it's a cool thing that you
Yeah.
can be proud of having it. So yeah, so almost there, almost there.
Very cool. And something I would say is what we hope to do with this collection is really to make it, especially if it's, somebody is not an NFT collector. If you're an NFT collector, it'll be pretty standard for you. You'll be a pro. But if you're scared of NFTs, you think they're bad for the environment, or you are worried they're too technical for you, we are going to make it so easy. We're going to make it effective. We're going to make it energy efficient. And we really want this to be a character that you can claim as sort of an avatar in our community that you can grow with. We've talked about releasing different subsequent identifying traits, different outfits, different other things that you can collect, so that you can kind of, the way you would collect action figures or the way you would collect comic books, you can expand your kind of role in this community. We've talked a lot about, right now internally, we're talking a lot about the kind of platform we want to build, so that people in the community can connect with each other. They can connect to the story. They can connect to the education. And I think we're going to integrate a lot of customization into avatars for that platform, something like a RuneScape or like a Club Penguin, where people can be in a safe space where they can express their identity. They can share what they collect. They can share what they know. They can ask questions. They can get answers, learn and grow together. Tristan, my friend, this is a great point. Tristan asked, for the folks on TikTok who cannot see, will the books be multilingual? At this time, personally, I will not be translating any of the books, but my dearest wish is that they would be multilingual. And if you are a person who speaks a language other than English, Kaio, I've already got you tapped for Portuguese.
Yeah.
Anybody else, I would love to know what languages you'd like to see the book in. And if you would like to play a part in translating it so that the meaning and the rhythm are preserved, that would be wonderful. I know Lisa is right that Mac can help with that. Our co-founder Mac speaks Mandarin. I'm sure he can help us. I don't know what Rise Up translates to in Mandarin. I know in Spanish it would be Levantate. I would love that, Tristan. I would absolutely love that. Do you speak any other languages, Tristan? Do any of you speak any other languages? If you do, let me know, because that would be a real wonderful service. And like I say, I would love it if a person anywhere who spoke a different language, who was touched by the story, just wanted to do that and could freely do that. Or if an artist who was inspired by the story wanted to interpret it in a different way, wanted to make a little stop motion film or wanted to just put their spin on it. I think of someone in our community like our friend Neil, someone like Homer, who might see this and say, oh yeah, no, this is the hero, rise up. I just think that would be so cool if people felt free to do that. I would want as many people to take part in shaping it, because to me, I wrote it, but it's not my part as the author of the story is to make sure that as many people as are touched by it can have part of it. I think really great stories are not owned by any one person. I think they are owned by everyone who enjoys them, and they are made bigger by everyone who enjoys them. There was a book that I read when I was a kid that I meet adults all the time who've read this book. It was called I Love You Forever. The author's name escapes me. I think a lot of parents or young people will have a memory of this book about a boy whose mother sings him a song. I love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. It's very sweet. It's very sentimental. And when the child grows up and the mother is too old and sick to sing the song to him, as she does again and again through his life, he goes to her and picks her up and sings it to her. It's a very sweet song about the circle of life, and a great story, just a wonderful story. And many people feel connected to that story. I would hope that any story I write would be like that, but especially one like this that is meant to inspire people, that they could see themselves in it, that a young person might enjoy it as a bedtime story, and that a graduate might enjoy it as a gift, that a very successful person might put it on their bookshelf because they remember it fondly. So yeah, it needs to be in multiple languages because I want people to experience that. Good idea, Tristan. It was a really good idea. And if you're watching and you have questions, if you have suggestions, if you have ideas, I would love to hear them. I think it might be good. I would love to read this one more time before we finish. We'll keep going. You think till the top of the hour here, Kaio?
Whoa, yeah.
I know
Well,
the time flies by. We're almost 3/4 of the way there. If you want to hang out for more time, we certainly can. And I'm happy, as I say, to take questions from anybody who's watching. We're so glad that you're all here. I will say, if you're tuning in and you're tuning out and you happen to miss the story and you want to hear it again, we are going to read it live tomorrow on the Rise Up Morning Show at Faceless Labs, which is on Twitter and on YouTube. So wherever you watch, whenever you listen, you can catch that show. It will be recorded just as this is recorded and preserved on our Twitter and on our YouTube. We'll be reading it there again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time. That is 5 p.m. UTC. It'll be great. Our guy Alex will be there. He'll be there with the crypto news commentary. We'll have the latest updates on all this stuff for anybody who's missed it. And then next week, we are going to start a new show. Gosh, there's so many shows. We want to start a new show highlighting the work of some young people. I've been talking to a couple of folks that may be recipients of some of the first grants we're going to give out. We've got a young artist, a young entrepreneur working on a fashion line. I have a friend who is an adult, but who's a champion of young people putting together a Web3 conference for kids and their adults. And also another friend of ours who is working with Magic Johnson to make education fun and inspiring, just like us, on a project called Magic Johnson's Neighborhood. So all of those folks are people we want to talk to. And if you are a young person or you know a young person who is doing something cool and could use support or wants to share about it on a platform like ours, then tell them to get in touch with us. We would love to have them on our show. Stay tuned. We'll make an announcement probably at the end of this week about when you can expect that, what time, what place. But we really want to do it in a way that can be friendly for families, that can be friendly for kids, and that puts kids right at the center. Because you guys hear me talk all the time. I'm happy to do it, but the goal is to put young people, the heroes of tomorrow, into the hot seat, and then just let them do whatever the heck they want. Ask a question, share what they know, and then help them rise up. So that's all the news that's fit to print. I see Deborah is here. Welcome, Deborah. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining us. I don't know if you got a chance to hear the story, but I'm excited to hear your feedback. I really am looking forward to it. Everybody else who's joining, thank you so much. If you're joining on TikTok, this is my good friend Kaio. He is actively working on art for the Forgers NFT collection, part of Founders Forge. I always want to say future founders. Founders Forge, the new initiative by Faceless Labs to make education about future technology inspiring and fun. And we're getting input from people to do this live. This jacket, the coloring, all this is generated from your feedback, and I can't wait to see what comes out. If you want to see more art like that, make sure you're following Kaio at Kaio, Kaio Medao. And if you're on YouTube, man, I made it so easy for you. I've got this cute little banner. Pa-pa-pum. Follow Kaio Medao.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we give him the story one last time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Pull up a comfy seat. Have someone you love tuck you into bed. Get a glass of warm milk. This is Rise Up. If you walk to the edge of the end of the day, it's quite a long distance and far, far away. You'll come to a place where the whole earth is still and you can see everything up on a hill. Then suddenly winds will blow strong from all sides with thunder and rain, and there's no place to hide. The lightning will crash and you'll shiver with cold. But if you are brave, a great thing will unfold. The storm will grow quiet. The rainfall will stop. And just when you think you're alone at the top, a voice on the wind will say, "Listen and hear the story of all that your young heart holds dear. The tale of a hero misunderstood and the world that she knew before it was good." The hero was young, full of hope and of life, the world all around her of trouble and strife. She saw the great damage that people had done, and she knew she had to rise up. So she stood and spoke out with a voice loud and clear. She called for a change, and the people did hear. They listened and saw her and watched her brave deeds. They learned to rise up and to follow her lead. The hero walked strong with her heart on her sleeve. She showed the whole world what it meant to believe, to imagine a future where earth was restored and the people were happy. They put down their swords. Those folks, they taught others to rise up, and then they made a real difference. And that is the end. And now, says the wind, I have come with great haste to this spot where I'm whispering next to your face to tell you this story has yet to take place. You are the hero whose heart's full of gold. We're all waiting to watch your great story unfold. There's a hero inside you that cannot be beat, that never gives up, never falls in defeat. Your hero is friendly, is strong and not weak, and they're calling for you to rise up. It takes just one person to do what is right. It's not about fighting, but shining your light. You have the power. Rise up, make a change. Just think of the goodness that you will arrange for the sea and the people, the animals too. Trees, plants, and bugs are all counting on you to do what is right, to stop what is wrong. It sure won't be easy, but you will be strong. You're the best one to do it. You're up to the task. And if you need help, the wind whispers, just ask. We're trusting you. Guide us to brighter tomorrows and teach us the courage to rise up and follow. This is the part where your story begins. You are the one who decides how it ends. I believe in you. Rise up. And if you're listening to that story live for the first time, you, yes, you can claim a free digital collectible that proves you were here tonight. All you got to do is follow the words in the description right at the top if you're on YouTube. If you're joining on TikTok, there's a link in my bio that will take you to a Discord server for the Faceless Many. There is a channel there called Bot Hub right in the table of contents on the left-hand side. Click it, hit the POAP button right in front of you, and type the word, or the phrase, I should say, rise up, first read. All one word, all lowercase, no spaces, rise up, first read. And you'll claim a digital collectible featuring concept art from the book that I just read you by Mr. Kaio Madao. It's great, and it's yours to claim to prove that you were here at this moment. our very first public reading. I'm so excited about that. And I would love, if you're hearing it for the first time, let me know what you think about this. Let me know if this is something you would share with a young person in your life, if it inspires you, if you speak another language and would like to help us bring it to more people who speak like you. That would be great. We would love to have your help, and we would love to have your involvement with everything we're doing at Founders Forge. My name is Evan. This is my friend Kaio. We're co-founders along with the rest of the team at Faceless Labs, whose mission is to lead the financial revolution and empower the Faceless Many. And the Faceless Many is everyday people like us, like you, like me, who are working together for a better future, just like the story shares. And when we stand together, all of us, we can rise up. Not violent, not woo-woo, doesn't take any special skills. It just takes a will that
Not
each of us can
woo-woo.
rise up and be a hero. Yeah, it's not woo-woo. Do you guys say that in Portuguese? How would you say that? You know what I mean? It's not like weird or super spiritual or something like that. Woo-woo.
Man, I have no idea how to translate that.
Yeah. I see Tiago is here again. Welcome, my friend. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Gonzo Cards, thank you so much for being here. Everybody on YouTube and Twitter, thank you for being here. I see some folks had some thoughts. Everybody says, Deborah says, oh, I just sent them away. Where'd those comments go? Deborah says, love. Tristan was asking, will the Founders Forge NFT collection be on Metaverse X? That's a great question. This collection will be launching on the Ethereum network. And we decided to do that for a couple of reasons. The first reason was because while a lot of folks are in our audience, they understand Multiverse X, everybody who's not in our community yet, but who is familiar with digital collectibles and NFTs is familiar largely with the Ethereum infrastructure. It's like a highway. There are a lot of guides. Once you get there, there are a lot of places to go. And the technology, though I think Multiverse X has some pretty user-friendly technology, there are just less barriers to entry. And for us, it was important that this be as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. And we are still working on contract development, et cetera, to make it a cost-effective mint, to make it an energy-effective mint. But you'll be able to buy it with a credit card. You won't have to know a darn thing about cryptocurrency. We're going to make it as easy as possible. And our goal eventually is very much to have an ecosystem that just, it doesn't even matter what chain it's on. And when I say a whole ecosystem, I mean all the different kinds of projects we're doing. If you're new to Faceless Labs, we're a Web3 company, which means we work at the intersection of future technology like blockchain or AI to create experiences that everyday people can find value in, that are artistic, that are purpose-driven, that deliver interesting, innovative products that will help people improve their lives, whether that's by accessing a community, accessing information, accessing resources like the Founders Fund. We're building a game that leverages the power of blockchain to do a number of cool things. And we plan to keep building in this area in the future. So if that's something you've heard about, if you're joining the live and you're kind of wary about all that stuff, then we're talking to you. We're wary about it too. We are curious about this stuff, but we're also concerned about it, which is why we're here every day trying to build the kind of products that everyday people like us would find helpful. We get where this is going, and we get that it's going to be a lot easier for it's going to have to be a lot easier for folks like us to understand the benefits of it if it's going to be something that everybody uses, so if you're somebody who's concerned about that kind of thing, Tristan, obviously, I know you're a pro who can navigate our space well and help others do the same. But if you're somebody who's connecting with us for the first time, I think it's something we'd love to help you understand better. The whole community, the Faceless Many, the Founders Forge community that's building now. Everybody there is very friendly and helpful, and we especially want it to be a friendly, helpful place for families and for young people to come learn about future technology in ways that are fun and inspiring. So, all that's missing is you. Deborah, thank you for your kind words. Deborah says, for those on TikTok, Beautiful story, reminiscent of my childhood and all those wonderful fairy tales I literally read cover to cover, and some of them multiple times because I wanted to know I didn't miss anything. That was the kind of reader I was too. I had books that I would just read again and again, and then I would. Some books, I would just go back and stare at the pictures because they had so much color or so many shapes, so many interesting things in them. I absolutely love that. Kaio, I had an idea I wanted to tell you about. You may have
Right.
seen this already. Are you familiar with Where's Waldo?
Yeah, I am.
I saw on Twitter the other day a Where's Waldo picture that was a 3D picture. So you could move it up, you could move it down, you could move it all around, and it was a drawing, but it was a 360-degree drawing, and it was a Where's Waldo drawing, and it had all kinds of little Easter eggs in it. It was really cool, and I thought that could be a fun kind of, I don't know what it would take to draw something in 360 degrees, but as we're working on activity books and teaching tools, I thought that would be a really fun thing to do for Founders Forge.
That's interesting. That's interesting. If you
I thought it'd be cool.
could like send me the video
I
if
will.
you can find it. I'm curious. Yeah, let's try it. You know me. I love to do things. So uh, yeah, the idea is all that I need.
You
let's
got it.
let's
I
just
will
do
send
it.
it to you.
Cool, cool.
Roby1 Kenobi, thank you so much for joining us here. I hope you got a chance to hear the story. And absolutely, I didn't think you forgot our conversation. I'm not sweating about it at all. I know you're a busy guy. I know you got a lot of stuff going on. And I'm glad you're here tonight, man. If you didn't get a chance to catch the story, you'll have to check out the YouTube or the Twitter. I would love your feedback on it. I can't remember if I told you, but we've written a story for children. For the children we once were and the adults they grew up to be. It's a short, easy read, and it's a great bedtime story. I'd send you the text if you wanted to read it and read it to your kids. I'd love to know what they think about it. And it's going to be the first spark of the Founders Forge Flame, our initiative to make education fun and inspiring for young people. And if you missed the story tonight or you just want to hear it again, we're going to be back tomorrow at the Rise Up Morning Show on Twitter at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 5 p.m. UTC, where I'll read it again. You can claim a POAP, and you can ask us your questions. You can give me your feedback. You can let us know what you think about it, what requests or questions you have. Tristan's awesome suggestion about translating it into multiple languages. I would love that. Lisa, you asked, have I been in your boardroom meetings? Boardroom X, I have not been. I'm so sorry to say. I got a lot of other working meetings I have to go to. Give me the too long didn't read. Do I need to go check it out? Have you been doing Where's Waldo in 360 degrees? Because that sounds like something that you would rig up for the boardroom. Let me tell you, if you are a member of our community or you are part of an online community somewhere and you want to give people something fun, engaging to do, a way to just bring folks together around something interesting, you should get in touch with my friend Lisa at Lisa is Old on TikTok or Lisa is Old on Discord. And I think Twitter too. She's a member of our community and involved with many others making their stuff just fun. She's highly professional. She's very kind. She's inclusive, and has done a lot to make our community online a much better place for anybody to be. And if you want, I have it on good authority that you can hire her services to create a board room, meaning like you feeling bored? Here's some fun, cool stuff to do. Great place with activities, puzzles, rewards, games, etc. Lisa, I don't know how you pitch it, so hopefully I'm doing an okay job. And if it's something that you want to come check out, you can check it out in the Faceless Many Discord. It's a great place to meet new friends online. Great place to, if you like puzzles, if you like games, check them out, compete for some fun prizes like the digital collectibles we're sharing here. It's the Where's Waldo. Oh, if you have the Where's Waldo in there, even better. I'll just tag Kaio there. That's fantastic. Kaio, my friend, how's it coming over there? It's looking really good.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I was ready to go like until the end, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. I had the logo for the Faceless logo to work on a pin and everything ready here, but yeah, we will need another live session, and I'm not mad about that because I'm loving doing these live shows. So, but yeah, well, I like got the color, like, yeah, I think it's 80% done.
Yeah, it
I
looks so
was
much more real.
working on the pocket right now, and then I'm going to get back to the jacket and then finish it up with the t-shirt. So maybe like 10 more live shows.
Oh, just 10, that's all? Great. Lisa says we
Uh,
love watching, and I agree.
cool, cool. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear.
Well, hey, but before we go, let me ask you this. Do you think you could hook a brother up and throw the layer on there so I can see what it might look like if we had a Founders Forge t-shirt?
Yeah, maybe it will not be as done as could be. It could be, but yeah, let's do it. So
Yeah, man. I just want to see it.
just
And let me say goodbye
so
to our friend Homer, who's leaving the TikTok stream. Homer, thanks for being here. Tag us in whatever you were drawing because we want to see it. Go ahead, Kyle. What were you going to say?
yeah, what just so everyone that it's watching, what I'm doing is
Yeah.
I'm removing the backgrounds for these t-shirts. So I will export a PNG file with a transparent background with just the t-shirt, so I can import it on our drawing. So yeah, so let's just jump right at the right layer and then import a photo that it's the t-shirt. So yeah, that's the t-shirt there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
overlapping a little bit here, so we can just grab a freehand tool and then mask it out. So mask it. That's it. That's the t-shirt there. We can like maybe just add a little bit of shadow just to have something a little bit more realistic.
Wow.
Realistic is like a, but maybe just a fast
I'm not going to
one.
lie. I would wear that outfit. I would wear that outfit all over town, man. I am gonna get a jacket after Founders Forge is out. I think we should make that jacket, and we should definitely make that T-shirt. I would wear that all day. I'll wear it
Yeah.
every time I go read the book. If somebody has me on their show, I'll read the book wearing that outfit. That's great.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I will, of course, wear it as well. It's just that's it.
Very cool, man. Do you have any kind of parting thoughts, words of wisdom, requests from the audience, anything
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. I just remember actually that I am throwing a giveaway for my TikTok followers. So I cannot post it
Nice.
on TikTok because they don't really like giveaways and stuff. But I need to grow my audience to 1,000 followers just so I can do lives on my own account, not these boo things account that it's my account as well, but it's my other project. So I
Hmm.
will 3 days from now I will draw 10 people that are following me and give them a boo things NFT for free. So
Okay.
yeah, so just follow me there and you will maybe one of the 10th
All
winners.
right. So everybody watching on TikTok, you got to follow at Kaio Madau. That's KAIO MEDAU, and you could win a drawing by Kaio. That would be fantastic. You're announcing it. You said in 3 days you're going to announce it.
Yeah, in 3 days.
Okay, so you got time. Tell a friend. Help us help Kaio get to 1,000 followers because we love having you on the Boo Things account, but we would love to have you on your own account. We would love for you to have the freedom to go live whenever you darn well please.
Yeah, that's it. That's my desire.
Okay, cool. Tristan says,
Cool.
watching you draw makes it look so easy, but I know for a fact that I would only be able to draw Stickman.
That's how everyone starts.
Yeah. Just keep going, man. You'll get there. You'll get there, Tristan.
Yeah.
And, you know, do it with us. Pull up your iPad, pull up Procreate, or what was the free tool that you mentioned, Kyle, the free software? Fresco.
Fresco is,
check it out.
Yeah, it's one of the others.
I'm writing it down. Cool. Well, Kyle, thank you, my friend, for being here, hanging out with me, and for sharing your talent with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and congrats on the book, man. It's awesome. It's just awesome.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. And thank you, everybody who joined us. It's truly our pleasure. We're going to be back here inside the Founders Forge, same time, same place. We'll be here next week, and we'll be back on the Rise Up Morning Somewhere show tomorrow at Faceless_Labs on YouTube, on Twitter. Be sure to follow the Founders Forge IO account. Be sure to follow at Kaio Madao. And then let us know what questions you have. Leave us a comment. Send us an old-fashioned postcard. Get involved in the Founders Forge. We want to support you everywhere, anywhere, whoever you are, whatever you're doing. We believe in you. Thank you, my friends. Until next time, everybody, rise up.